All right, welcome back. Part two of the hand warmer tests, right? Okay, now if you remember right, we were working with the old-fashioned, old style that's been around for a while. Tear it off, take it out of the plastic, starts to react and get warm, right? There's that one. Then we had the old Stand Sport, or whatever generic brand you want to call it, that had the carbon rod in there, or the charcoal rod that you lit and then got it going, and then it smoldered from each end. They got that one. Nice velour case. I like velour. It's so soft. Anyway, then we had ourselves the what we call it, Generation XYZQBDF Millennial whatever USB high-tech hand warmer. Didn't believe it existed. I found one. Anyway, that's what we had. How do you think they did? Did they finish in this order? Or that order? Or this order? Put money on the table? You want to go for it? Come on. Come on. Anyway, here's how it finished out. In last place. Yep. We had the old, what do you call that? Coal, I guess. Like I get in my stocking. That one. Yeah, you had the old coal style one. And it basically burnt all up. And it kind of crumbled because I've been moving it around. But burned up into ashes that you got to toss in the sink. Don't toss them in the trash. It flames up something terrible if it isn't completely out. Don't do it. I said don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Arkansas, I know you want to do it. Don't do it. Put them in the sink. Run a little water. Hit that garbage disposal, right? Do it right, okay? This one here only lasted 2 hours. Took about 10 minutes to start getting warm. Heated up to 115 degrees. Kept real steady, but only lasted about 2 hours. I was surprised. That's pretty quick. So you'd be feeding those rods in every 2 hours. Now, will it work? Yep, it does work really well, but not very long. So, next, we had, believe it or not, the high-tech version. It performed pretty well. Now, on this, it has all kinds of settings. It's got one-sided, low, medium, and high. Two-sided, low, medium, and high. So I started out the test with both sides completely on high. And how long did it last? Well, both sides completely on high. It got up to a pretty good and warm. In fact, kind of was worried about it, but it seems to be normal. And it got to 117 to 120 degrees on both sides for 4 hours. That smoked that one right there. Not only in heat, but in duration, right? So, that's what it did on high. Then I charged her back up. And to charge it back up, it took about an hour or so, maybe two. Not too long, but you'd still be without warmth during that time. Then I put it back on low, on one side. The lowest setting you could get, right? And it lasted for about 11 hours. They say 9 hours, so I'd say between 9 and 11 hours, one-sided, and that side maintained a temperature of between 98 to 105 degrees. So that's pretty good. That's not too bad for something that you can charge. And what makes it kind of nice is that it not only charges, or it not only can be charged and not only heats up, on both sides, you can adjust the temperatures, all that kind of stuff. The flexibility, right? It doesn't have any odor whatsoever. And it can charge your phone or any other device that has a USB port on it. So that's handy. And it had a light so that you can read a map or whatever like that. So that's pretty handy. It's actually a charging block as well. And we all know what kind of use those come into in case your phone goes dead, that kind of stuff. So that being said, this is actually a pretty good choice, okay? So, then we had the winner. Wouldn't you know it? The simplest, easiest form was the winner. This thing was 115 degrees. Now, once it got charged up, now, Remember, this thing got hot instantly. Like right now, I wanted heat, right? This one took a little while. This one was, say, 10, 15 minutes. This one was more like 15 to 30 minutes, and then it finally got up to 115 degrees. Held 115 degrees for 12 to 15 hours. So it's longer than this one, and it's small, compact. You don't want to put it against your skin because it gets pretty hot. It did have a little bit of a smell, but not really noticeable. And this one kind of did a little, but not too bad. So that being said, this is the winner as far as heat and duration. But when it's done, it's done. You got to throw it away, right? So you got to buy a few of these. That's where this one comes in handy, because it can be recharged again and again and again. And it has multiple uses. So you'd have to ask yourself, which one is the best choice? Well, it kind of depends. It kind of depends on what you already have. It kind of depends on your budget. And it also depends on, well, if you needed other uses for it, right? And if you wanted something you could use over and over again. So that being said, this, budget-wise, was the best. It's $7.99, come with a bunch of sticks. The sticks were only a couple bucks more if you had to buy more sticks. So that's not too bad, although you're going to be burning up the sticks a little bit. So that's a thought. It's also something that's been around for a while, so it's time tested, okay? Now, these are about $5, and you get, a package of 10 in there. So $5, package of 10. Well, that's pretty good value. But then when they're gone, right? This you can use for a long time, right? Instant hot, charge it up, a little bit of a wait time. So there's some pros and cons to it. Now, if I was to say which one I was going to do, well, I don't know that I'd get one of these if I don't already have one, okay? Because it's just not very economical when you have to burn up so much. It doesn't last as long, right? It's kind of messy. So these are real handy because you can put them in a couple pockets. They make them for your toes. They make them for just your hands. They make them for bigger than this for your body, right? So that's pretty handy. So I do actually buy these and have on hand of all different sizes just in case, mainly for other people and kids when they're out in the cold. But this one right here, I gotta say, is pretty promising. I think this one is something I'd carry with me all the time, because think about it. If you don't need heat, and this would be one I think, ladies, let's face it, you're always saying it's cold, right? Wouldn't you want something like this for Christmas that you can always recharge your phone for that, what do you call that stuff, that Etsy and Pinterest and with Tumblr, or no, wait, was it Twitter, tweeting, all that social garbage that we all unfortunately do. It'd be handy for that, so in case your phone runs out. So when you're carrying it, don't have to have it as a heater. So I think that would be handy. Plus it has a little light for reading or seeing your keys at night, right? I think this is actually going to find its way into more people's pockets than we think. And I wouldn't say that that's not a bad idea. If I had to choose, well, I'd probably choose this, but I'm still going to buy these. I guess that's as good as I can get for this review. I hope it helped you. I hope that you found some value in it, as well as some fun. And I hope you leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you'd like to see in the future, what you thought of this one, or just heck, to say hi, how you doing? And all of you out there in the Coldsville, I hope that this helped a lot, and I hope you're doing well. I hope you watch some future videos I have coming up that will help with, well, getting prepared for that kind of weather, including your home so you don't have busted pipes and things like that. And always be safe, secure, aware of your surroundings, and be prepared for anything that may come your way. And I hope this helped. So be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Ring that little bell and share. And keep an eye out for my daily shares, where I share a video I find particularly interesting or of value or well done. Because that's what we all need to do, is share the love. Adios.